Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and today I'm going to read your tea leaves. If you're new here to the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you're returning, I'd love for you to give me some input. Let me know how I'm doing. What about the readings you're enjoying? And today we're doing a video for Leo. And so we've kind of switched to a new format where I'm going to be doing readings by zodiac signs. So if you have a placement in your solar, lunar, or ascending/rising sign, today would be for Leo. But if you happen to watch this video anyways, and those are not any of your 3 placements, it's in this video message speaks to you, then it was for you. Okay, so we're not limited to the signs, but when I'm doing these readings, I'm doing them with the intent of a message coming through for, you know, people of those that happen to have those placements. Doesn't mean it's only for those people though. So just to clarify on that, anybody can watch it. Message could be for you, even if you don't necessarily identify with the particular zodiac sign. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to turn 3 times counterclockwise. I'm going to then tap 3 times and then lift the cup. And we'll see what the leaves have in store for us. Okay, here we go. All right, let's take a look. I really like using these little shallow bowls. They're not teacups, but it's so much easier to stay in focus, and I was having trouble keeping the cups in focus before, and I'm sure that could get kind of annoying while you're watching and it's in and out of focus. Okay, now let's see. Just kind of do a twirl, see if anything is sticking out. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start right here. And let's see if I can just make sure I get that one nice and close because it's kind of a smaller image. Okay, here we go. And so this one looks like almost kind of like a little mermaid type figure, but I'm just going to go with a feminine form. The hair looks like it's kind of long and, you know, kind of in the wind a little bit. And it looks like the hand is kind of reaching up here. And this to me looks like something like an easel. Something that you would put, you know, whatever your medium is on and paint, draw, that type of thing. So this symbol is giving me the impression that this is going to be something about a passion, creative project, something. And I like this. I like the hair kind of, you know, flowing out. It makes me think that this is really going to be focused on getting to that place of, you know, just pure creativity. It's almost like a meditative state. You get really into that zone where everything around you just kind of falls away and you're, the creative juices are just flowing. You're really in it, you know, just kind of soaring through time and space and and now this could be any kind of creative medium. It doesn't, the easel for me just is an indicator of the creative process and something passionate, right? Something that you're not just like a frivolous kind of passing interest, but something that you've invested time and effort and possibly even money just procure the necessary tools of whatever your creative outlet is. And again, it doesn't have to be painting or making music or anything like that, or you know, it doesn't have to be a physical medium even. I mean, this could be anything, anything that you enjoy making, cooking, taking long walks, exercising. And I know that doesn't sound like a creative thing, but it really can be, depending on how you, you know, engage in it, and how that is, you know, put into your life schedule. So we have a lot of sound going on in the background, and I'm really sorry. My cat is kind of running around in the hallway over here. And my daughter's having fun in the back of the house there. So you're probably going to hear some screaming and some playing going on. But, you know, that's life with a family. We like to have fun and get loud. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and turn this a bit, see what else we can find. Now, I'm really seeing in this large, and this is maybe the largest formation, and it's close to the center. So I feel that this is a really, this is an important formation for us. And how I am reading this one from this angle anyhow, is that this is like a cow skull. Okay, so now that might sound kind of scary. It's a, you know, skull, and seems like it could be, you know, could connote something like death or whatever. But for me, how I perceive skulls usually, or any death imagery, is a transitional phase, a transmutation, a refining process, a spiritual, emotional death. Now that could be very difficult, definitely, but I don't often read any in any of my forms of divination or scrying or anything like that. Rarely have I ever seen something that makes me think that there is, you know, physical death involved, unless it's maybe you know, a loved one who has passed or something like that. But so anyhow, now the symbol of the cow could be many things, but I think often, you know, I relate it to the more classical relations, which would be abundance, prosperity, you know, good luck. And now this also, you know, incorporated with the skull, I think that this is really a sign of, you know, some amount of sacrifice, but that also is feeding into this new abundance of, and I imagine because of our first image, is creativity, inspiration. I think that maybe putting aside some old things to allow room in your life to take in that very life force, that creative element in the universe, you know, allowing yourself the space to receive that and process and create with it. Okay. I think that that's definitely a big element, and because of the size of this formation, it's something that is currently happening. I think it's something you're currently working on, and I think that it seems like it's something that is coming naturally to you. I don't know that it's even necessarily been a super intentional thing, but I think it's just part of the cycle that you're in, and I think that you have just kind of been going with the flow, it seems like. And I think that although some of the things that you have had to change in your life or let go of have, you know, not always, hasn't been easy. I'm not seeing anything super overly difficult, okay? But I want to turn this and kind of see what else we have. Now, I also see that this could be a scorpion, you know, when you turn it. And I've said this in other videos. If you have not seen any of my other videos or heard me talk about this, I like to spin the cup to look at the formations to see possible other details, more dynamic understandings of, you know, the personalities, or maybe alternative perspectives to an event, or a current of energy flowing through. So when we turn it, we get, you know, more details, more looks at kind of intentions and overall just general vibes of something. So now we've gone from a cow skull, and now we're turning over to a scorpion. Now, a scorpion, in my understanding of a scorpion, my relationship with a scorpion is something that comes from a very arid place that is difficult to survive, okay? It comes from the desert, a place that sometimes seems like it's not very rich with the, you know, sustenance or elements that keep most things alive, right? So when you come across a creature that can live in a place that is so harsh and so difficult to just exist and survive in, we find these very spiritually tough, very resourceful beings who evolve with the landscape and really find the little fragments of things they need in their existence to get to and make the best of what they have, right? They sew things together in a way that is beautiful, sometimes minimalistic, but highly crafted and enduring. And that's really a beautiful, beautiful symbol whenever I see a scorpion. So the other thing is, I think that, you know, there's a very fine line between between a happy balanced state of a scorpion and you know, the venomous sting of a scorpion. Now, I don't attribute this to maybe even like moodiness or a hot temper or anything like that, but just again with this very deep survival instinct and the ability to protect themselves. Okay, so I think that definitely now in the larger narrative of what we're looking at, I think that this is showing again that you're just a very resourceful, very just a very tough, but not tough in the way that is detrimental, a survivor, okay? And you can work with maybe less than what other people can, okay? You figure out how to make what you have work for you. And I think that definitely you're going to be going into a cycle of great abundance, of creativity, but also this makes me think that you will have some material success coming, and also just finding the things that you need to support you in your creative endeavors. Okay, and now we're gonna turn again and look. Now from this angle here, it kind of looks like a windmill to me. And I think that that goes right into the story that we are kind of, that is coming together in this message, is that A windmill, you know, obviously is a tool for for collecting water. And you know, I think that I don't really know that much about windmills, I'm gonna be honest. My first thought was like, oh yeah, they create electricity, but no, that's not what an old windmill was doing. But yes, it's I believe it pulls water out of the ground. I think you know, with like the water wheel on it and stuff. So even though I don't have a great understanding of the function of a windmill, just stay with me a little bit here. I think that this is just basically, you know, an indicator of some maybe repetitive work. I think that basically we are looking at something that is just showing that you're going to have to stay the course of creating art. And I know, you know, the thing, people who are artists professionally especially, or who have gone to art school, understand this. But you know, when you are first getting into art, creating art, and maybe trying to make it your career, you don't really realize how much actual technical training and efforts and just learning how to do refinement of your craft go into creating things. You don't just suddenly know how to paint beautiful oil paintings, or how to blend pigments and colors and, you know, whatever it is. It takes a lot of work, and it's a thing that you really have to marry yourself to that work and stay on top of it, because if you're not doing it often, you just lose the groove you get into with it. So a lot of work goes into creating art in general, any kind of medium really. And so I think that this really is just an indicator that this is going to be a time of, you know, just kind of putting your nose to the grindstone, as they say, and just keeping along with it. And it seems like you are the type of person that can definitely do this. I think that with these other signs that we had with the scorpion and with the cow skull, it just really shows me that you do what you need to do to get the job done. And I think that this is not going to be a problem for you. I think it's probably very much in your nature. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of look around here a little bit more. We're gonna kind of go away from that, see what else we have. This plate here, it's not a plate, it's a bowl. It's not a cup, it's not a plate, it's a bowl. And I really like this figure. Oh, yeah, right here. Okay, so I really like this figure. It kind of just has like a face. It looks like it's kind of loosely drawn and has like a leg. It looks like it's kind of in a dancing posture. And I think that this is really just a celebration of that almost like bacchanalian spirit, just really invigorated with the creative force. I think that you really just are very inspired right now. And I see that it looks like it's, you know, moving to the right, which for me is a future, something that's happening now towards the future. Okay. And I think a lot of what I've seen in this particular bowl is that a lot of stuff is moving to the future. I think that it looks like you're really just coming into this phase. I think that you've probably recently made the decision to really follow what passions you have. And I think that This is going to be really the focus of the next months of your life. And I think you're going to find a lot of joy in it. I think also, you know, that there might be some moments of fear and, you know, questioning yourself, which is normal when you are beginning a new project or, you know, life path. And especially when you're really relying on honing your skills and your creativity. Okay, but I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. I think these are going to be momentary, fairly quiet little occurrences of, you know, worrying a bit. But I don't think it's going to linger too long. Okay, now I'm looking at this one. It looks like a large bird, almost like an ostrich. And it is facing the past, okay? So I think I don't really know what I think of that. I think let me mull it over a little bit. I think I just really get the impression that it's going to move pretty quickly, some of this work that you're having. I think that definitely there's going to be some attachment to old projects. I think it seems to me that you're going to be drawing some of your inspiration from things that you've already created. I think it will be to your benefit if you have kept any kind of journals or you know, just your old work, kind of archived any of that. I think going back and maybe if there's any kind of unfinished projects or concepts, I think that there's at least one or two things that you're going to bring forward into the now to help the work that you will be creating. And I think that will be important for you. And I think that it really will yield some very rich and, you know, just worthy, some worthy work there. Now I'm going to take a look at this saucer. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like we're going to go through, I think, 2 cycles of very kind of abundant work, and then I think there's going to be a little bit of a tapering off for a while, but I think it's interesting because I think that these periods of these 2 periods where you're going to be creating quite a bit of work, I think are going to feed into the, you know, the future periods where maybe the actual conceiving of, you know, new ideas and creating them maybe will slow down. I don't think it will stop because I still see kind of a flow of things, but I think that maybe some things are really going to work for you, and I think that you even maybe will you know, produce more of the same. And if that is kind of alternative variations of the same theme, or if you just are going to also, maybe you'll be selling copies or prints or, you know, I don't know if you're like crocheting or something, making a lot of the same thing that you had made before. And I think that this will be a time that you're going to find some good, you know, monetary outcomes from some of these projects. So I think definitely consider, you know, getting together like an online store. I think that would be good. I think that, you know, that with the signs of abundance and not just abundance and creativity, but I think that if you stay the course that you're going to find some real some luck selling your work and making some money. And I think it would be a good time to also, you know, not only focus on your work, but once you have created some things, I think making sure that you get that put together so that you can go ahead and try to sell some of the stuff that you're making, which would be awesome. And, you know, just keep with it. So, okay, well, I think that's the message for today. And I feel like it feels complete, and it feels like it's a very promising, very promising for you there, Leo. So I'm happy. I'm happy to have been able to read for you. And if this message found you well, that makes me very happy. And please go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you're seeing in the cups. I just got one from one of my other videos I thought was really cool. And so I thought, you know, I love hearing that stuff, and I love hearing just, you know, how these, how you relate to these messages, and, you know, what some of the outcomes are. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, Ula of the Tea. And I am available for personal readings. Just send me an email. All the information is in my details area, or descriptions. I'm sorry. All the details are in the description for the video. And also, what else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just am so honored to be able to receive these messages and get them out to you, and also just super appreciate that you spend your time and watch these videos. It really is, it's been fun, and I'm really enjoying making them. So that's about it for me. This is Ula Tea Leaf Readings, and my name is Lenore. Have a great day.